Hello dear student, I am Kanchan Vishramji Kumbalkar, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry of Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. I am heartily welcome you in 6th lecture of Electrochemistry. This is the overall syllabus, out of which the corrosion, type of corrosion and corrosion monitoring and preventing methods are going to complete. In this lecture, we are continuing with the point corrosion monitoring and protection from that of the corrosion, that is corrosion prevention method. These are the chart that is regarding with the corrosion protection method. There are basically 5 main concepts regarding the corrosion protection. First one is the design improvement. Next one is the change of metal, which contain change of composition, change of moisture, microstructure stress, elimination of the tensile stress, surface compression strength. Next point, change of environment. By changing or by altering some environment, you can minimize the corrosion. That is removal of corrosive constituent, that is removal of oxygen or removal of moisture. Second, by introducing a corrosion inhibitor like a passivator, corrosion inhibitor, adsorption and vapor phase corrosion inhibitor, or by changing a operating parameter like temperature, velocity and pH. And the potential change of a metal, that is anodic protection and cathodic protection. The cathodic protection are further of two types, sacrificial anode and next one is the impressed current cathodic protection. Now, in this lecture, we are dealing with the coating. Coating are basically 3 types, or it can be considered in general 2 types, inorganic coating and organic coating. Inorganic coating may be 2 types, metallic and non-metallic. So, let's move toward the corrosion protection method, that is coating method. The coating method, the first coating method is a metallic coating. The metallic coating are mostly applied on iron and steel because they are the cheap and most commonly used construction material and are also the most susceptible ones for the corrosion. The metallic coating often used are of zinc, tin, nickel, copper, chromium, aluminium and lead. Generally, the following methods are used for metallic coating. There are different 6 types of metallic coating processes. First one is the electroplating. Second one is the hot dipping process. Third, vaporizing process. Fourth, metal spraying process. Fifth, cementation process. And last one, the metal cladding process. On the basis of requirement, on the basis of the metal quality, the procedure can be get altered to minimize the corrosion rate by a simple method of metal coating. Now, let's move toward the first type of coating, that is electroplating. We know that such type of ornaments which are silverly electroplated. Electroplating, it's a noble metals such as gold, silver, tungsten, lead, etc. are base metals. It protects the base metal by virtue of its noble character. So, tin plating and the nickel plating are generally used. The electroplating of zinc is called galvanizing. Remember, galvanization process is the corrosion process. It is a type of corrosion. And galvanizing method means it is a metal coating of a zinc on a iron compound or iron article or any article. If you are giving a coating of zinc, then that process is known as the galvanizing process. Now, in electroplating, the object to be placed is made the cathode of the cell. This is the spoon. We want to be get electroplating on this spoon by that of the silver. So silver is connected to the acted as the anode, connected to the anode to the circuit, and the article which we want to get electroplated from this metal is connected to the battery to behave as a cathode. So by means of the electrochemical reaction, this solid silver dissolve in this aqueous solution, that is AgNO3 aqueous solution. The Ag solid get converted into Ag plus by loss of one electron, and then this Ag plus is get deposited on this article, and by means of which the electroplating of silver takes place. And by such a way the other metal can be used and electroplating of that metal can be takes place. Because of silver, gold, tungsten, lead, these are the noble metals, therefore when there is a coating of such type of metal takes place on an article, it respond corrosion very weakly, or the rate of corrosion has been decreases, or the corrosion has been stopped for a particular time. In electroplating, the object to be placed is made the cathode of the cell. The electrolyte is a salt of metal. Electrolyte, it is a salt of metal to be get deposited on an article. The anode may be of the metal to be deposited, or it may be an inert electrode such as graphite. When the anode is that of the metal to be deposited, the anode dissolve to the replenish the metal in the solution. Using this method, metal like silver, gold, chromium, nickel, copper, zinc, etc. may be electroplated. So this is these are the two articles which are silver electroplated. So electroplating, it is nothing but a simple method of plating or covering of another metal, a noble metal, by using a electrochemical method process is known as the electroplating. Now next one, moving toward the another method, that is hot dipping process. It is a simple hot dipping process. Hot dipping process means there is the metal at a high temperature above the melting point, hence that metal remain in a liquid form. Then at that condition, the article which we want to get protected from that of the corrosion has been deep into that metal solution and remove it, and this procedure is known as the hot dipping process. Hot dipping is used for coating metals with a film of metal having a low melting point like zinc, Pb, Su, etc. In this process, the metal to be coated is dipped in the molten bath of the coating metal for sufficient time and then remove out along with the adhering film. The process of providing a zinc coating is called as galvanization, and the one providing a tin coating is known as the tinning process. So this is the particular example of galvanization process. If we want this sheet to be get galvanized, means the coating of zinc, then that has been transferred to that of the furnace. Before that, the prickling process takes place, means there is a washing of particle or the metal sheet which we want to get protected or galvanized. That sheet has been removed from that of the H2SO4, due to which the physical and the chemical dirt has been removed. That process is known as the prickling process. Then it is transferred through that of the furnace. Then it is transferred to that of the tub where the zinc is present at its above melting point, about 325 to the 350 degrees Celsius, in which the zinc is remain here in a liquid form. Then this sheet has been transferred through this tub. Then there is a thin coating of zinc has been takes place on the article or the running sheet. Then this sheet, which is get now coated with that of the zinc, but it is ununiform, then it is transferred through that of the different types of rollers. First one is the temperature mill roller, then leveler, by means of which the unnecessary amount of zinc has been removed and the smooth layer of zinc has been prepared on that of the metal article. And finally, that has been transferred through that of the flux. A chemical treatment takes place. Antioxidant has been sprayed over the freshly galvanized sheet, and then that galvanized sheet has been transferred for that of the coiling one. So this is a simple method of galvanization. Galvanization means when there is a coating of zinc on any article, generally steel or iron, that procedure is known as the galvanization, and that is included in a hot dipping process, because the metal, that is zinc, is maintained at above the melting point. It is in a hot condition, and due to which it is remain in a melted condition. Therefore there is a formation of a simple uniform covering, and that process is known as the galvanization. Next one, the tining process. When the steel sheet or the iron sheet or iron article is get coated with that of the tin, then that is known as the tinning process. This is the particular example of diagram of tinning of steel sheet. Here the tin sheet has been transferred through that of the roller. From this, it has been transferred to that of the roller. It is first of all prickling bath. Generally acid has been used, due to which the removal of physical and chemical dirt has been takes place. Then it is transferred through that of the dryer. Then unnecessary amount of water and the remaining acid has been soaked out. Then it is transferred through that of the roller. First of all, there is a formation of flux, that is ZnCl2 flux, due to which the molten tin can be easily get adhered to that of the surface of that of the steel sheet. Then it is transferred to that of the molten tin, which is maintained at a liquid state above its melting point. Then it is transferred to that of the palm oil. Palm oil just used act as an antioxidant. The freshly formed, or when there is a tinning process takes place, it is fresh, due to which that metal or tinning surface is not get corroded. For that purpose, the antioxidant material, that is palm oil, has been, this metal sheet has been transferred through that of the palm oil, and then it is transferred through that of the rollers, and there is a uniform layer of tin has been coated on that of the steel sheet, and this procedure is known as the tinning process, and this is also included in a hot dipping process. Now next point is that your vaporization. Vaporizing some metals can also be deposited as surface layer by allowing their vapors to strike metallic surface with which they undergo alloying. For example, zinc and aluminium can be plated by vaporization. The deposition of zinc by vaporization is known as the Sherardishing. Means when we are coating the zinc by hot dipping process, it is known as the galvanizing process. And when we are using a zinc get deposited on a material, then it is known as the Sherardishing method, or it is also known as the dry galvanizing method. And the deposition of aluminium is called as the calorizing. So vaporization method is used for such a metal where the hot dipping process is not available. Now next one, metal spraying. By using a metal gun, or in this method, the molten metal is sprayed on the clean base metal with the help of a spraying gun or pistol, which can be held in hand to direct, and the molten metal stream are required. This process is only used when hot dipping is not possible, and metal spraying is utilized for huge structure such as bridges. You cannot put a huge bridge into the via galvanization process. It is not possible. So in that cases, we are just using a metal spring. Just consider it's exactly working similar like when we are spraying the any material, any suppose a metal grill has been, or the window grill has been get sprayed by color, then such type of metal spraying can be done to protect a corrosion. So it is exactly similar like that. And the last one, last but one, that is cementation. This method, in this method, the base metal article are packed in the powdered coating metal or a mixture of powdered metal and a filler and are heated to the temperature just below the melting point of the more fusible metal. Generally, an inert or reducing atmosphere is usually maintained during the process. This method is used for producing alloy layer on the iron and steel surfaces with zinc, aluminium, chromium, silicon, etc. Steel may be case hardened by cementation with carbonaceous material in the carburizing process. So this is your cementation process. It is exactly like that of the other type, but it modified by sense of the metal, and there is a coating with the help of powder and below exactly just below the melting point. And the last and most important is that of the metal cladding. Many processes for cladding a base metal, this is the base metal with another metal or alloy have been developed recently to impart corrosion and water resistance. In one of this method, a duplex got in cast with the coating material on the outside, and subsequently the ingot is rolled into a plate. It is exactly working like that of the rollers, where you are putting two sheets, one sheet in between and two sheets above and below, and then it is cladded. It is transferred to that of the roller, due to which they get collapsed to each other and formation of a single sheet. And by means of this, the metal has been get protected from by means of corrosion. In this method, a duplex is got in cast with the coating material on the outside, and subsequently the ingot is rolled into the plate, sheet or bar, or the drawn into a wire form. Steel sheets clad with the stainless steel, copper covered steel article and tin cladded lead foil are prepared by this method. And some other method includes first rolling the clean sheets or plates of the two material together, applying the coating sheet by spot welding or resistant welding, or fusing the cladding material over the surface of base metal. Means metal cladding is a simple sandwiching. A metal which we want to get protected from that of the corrosion is just sandwiched in between the two metallic layer, and then it is passed through that of the roller, and we get a single sheet, and this procedure is known as the metal cladding. It is also included in a metallic coating. Now the next point is about the inorganic non-metallic coating. In inorganic non-metallic protective coating includes surface conversion or chemical deep coating, anodized, and it contains three types: chemical deep coating or surface conversion, anodized oxide coating, and the last one, vitreous enamel coating. Out of which the first is chemical deep coating, or it is also known as the surface conversion. In this coating are produced by covering the surface of metal or alloy by chemical or electrochemical method. The metal is immersed in a solution of a suitable chemical which react with the metal surface producing an adherent coating. This coating affords good protection of base metal from corrosion in some environments and sometimes are of decorative value. The most commonly used surface conversion coating are chromate coating, phosphate coatings, and oxides coating. Second point, anodized oxide coating. Protective oxides films are produced on aluminium and its alloy in air spontaneously. A more protective, thicker, and stronger oxide film can be produced by making aluminium as the anode in an electrolytic bath containing chromic acid or oxalic acid or sulfuric acid. After anodizing, The oxide coating is sealed by immersing the boiling water. This treatment decreases the porosity and increases the corrosion resistance of the film. And the last, vitreous enamel coating. This is the example of vitreous enamel coating. Vitreous or porcelain enamel are modified glass-like material having different composition which are usually applied on the steel and cast iron equipment. The metal part to be enameled is first cleaned carefully to remove grease and oxide scales. The vitreous material for the enamel, called frit, is prepared by fusing together refractory acidic substance, for example quartz and feldspar, with basic fluxes, for example borax, cryolite, fluorspar, soda ash, litharge, sodium nitrate, and this frit is applied to the metal. This coating are widely applied for ferrous material used for equipment in the pharmaceutical, chemical, dairy, food and beverages industries. This is all about the inorganic non-metallic coating. And the last point is organic coating. Protecting of metal surface from corrosion by using organic protective coating is an established practice. Important organic protective coating include paints, varnishes, enamels and lacquers. When applied on cleared metal surfaces, they act as effective inert barrier which not only protect the metal from corrosion but also afford decorative and aesthetic appeal. So this is all about the metallic coating, and on this basis it has been clear that because the metal are precious, hence the protection of metal by means of corrosion is most important, and that has been done by all these methods. So this is all about the point regarding with that of the protection of metal by means of corrosion or corrosion prevention method. This is all about for this lecture. So be safe, stay safe. Thank you very much.